I think it's a perfect fit. I thought he was the best receiving back in this draft class. He ran routes that you see in the NFL. It wasn't just check downs and screens. I mean, he ran those angle routes that we're so used to seeing someone like McCaffrey run. He's a terrific receiver. This is an offense that, yeah, do they have to run the ball to some degree? Sure. We saw that in the playoffs with Williams, who's a very good receiver too, by the way. But this is not an offense that will start with the run game. So I think it's a perfect fit. It's a classic case of a back fitting an offense in how it's structured and philosophically designed. So, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a really good pickup for them.
What's fascinating is, the analytics guys and all that, they want, offenses to, start with the pass, throw, get a lead, and then, run. And that's Andy Reid's been ahead of the curve on that for like 20 years. Yet they use a number one pick on a running back. So there you go. I mean, are they devalued or not?
No, they're not devaluing. They're not devaluing. What it is, John, they believe this is the Joe Banner offense. You throw like hell in the first half, you get the lead, and you grind it out in the second half.
Right.
So that is the way that Doug Peterson believes it. Andy Reid believes it. Anyone who worked for the Eagles when Joe Banner was there, that's the way you run your offense. Andy, it's one thing that Andy got out of Philly, which he's not changed. The only thing that surprised me is you and I, John, talked about this on our show. Damian Williams is not bad. He won a bad back, but Andy wants his toys, and this kid's the latest one. And what Andy wants, he gets.
Yeah.
John, Adam makes a great point here because Joe Banner, teams do studies. And I remember talking to Joe Banner, and one of the main things they studied was the Cowboys dynasty in the early 90s. And everyone thinks of Emmitt Smith. But when you study those teams and see how they played offense in the first half of games where they build leads, they threw the football, and then they gave it to Emmitt. So they build a big lead, and then Emmitt would end up with 28 for 150, and everybody who didn't study tape or really study the team would say, oh, this team's built around Emmitt Smith. But Aikman would throw in the first half, they'd build the lead, and then Aikman would only have to throw 5 balls in the second half. So